planning, you talk about the lifestyle of planning. Planning can do very well for some groups, especially the religious Jews and the Russian Jews love being in Beersheba. On the other hand, we found Ethiopians, the gay people, and Arab Bedouins suffering from the dark side of planning. The city is giving them nothing, almost nothing. The Ethiopian Jews, the African immigrants, find themselves marginalized. Nobody listens to them. There's not even one holiday. They have 6 African holidays that the city refuses. They don't give them any symbolism, that they ask for statues or fountains or architecture in the city. The gay people are being prevented for many years from doing a gay march, a gay parade in the city of Beersheba, always claiming that because it passes near synagogues, it upsets the religious people and you cannot do it. But after we finished this in 2017, they, for the first time with the order of the High Court of Israel, managed to do the parade for the first time in Beersheba. It was very successful. About 5,000 people came. So there's a battle with the gay people. They think the council is problematic. And the Arabs, as you said, there's a lot of house demolition. They consider to be illegal. They're hostile against them, and they also think the city is giving them nothing. There's not even one Arab school in Beersheba, not even one Arab school. And there's about 250,000 Arabs in the Beersheba region. And there's not even one mosque that the city opens. They said to them, if you want a mosque, go to your town outside Beersheba. So you have the dark side of planning and the light side of planning in that respect. And then we looked at democracy. That was this is the third dimension, the identity and diversity. And the fourth dimension is democracy. Sorry that I didn't translate all this, but we did 900 people survey with the statistical experts about people's opinions about the plan, about planning in the city, about the plan, and about the future of the city. It was quite interesting that the council said to us that everybody knows that we're on the plan. We did public participation, but we found out that only 11% of the people that out of the 900 sample knew about the new plan for the city, a major new plan for the city that is going to bring 20,000 new dwelling units to existing neighborhoods, tower after tower. They build them in towers. As if outside here there will be 5 towers next week. But only 11% knew about the plan. So 89% say they don't know about the plan, which is very bad democratic deficit. And also whether anybody ever considered their opinion, what they want the future of the city, what do they think about other groups, who should be on the committees, what are the citizens' role in the city. All this was quite problematic. I don't want to go into a great detail, just will draw towards a conclusion with some quotes that I took from interviews that we did. Let's just take 2. I have a lot of material, too much. Okay. There is this famous Victoria Orti. She's a poet, quite an important poet in Israel, but she's Russian-Israeli. And she says, she very much articulates it very nicely about the Russian wave of immigration. It's about 70,000 in Beersheba, Russians. We came with fear and hope. The new country had alluring mystique, but also mountains and rivers of difficulties we had to cross. It appears like after 15 years, now it's about 20 years, that the mountains have lowered and the rivers have become shallower. And we are here, a struggling but also thriving Russian community. We have our places, media and neighborhoods. We are here to stay. This is a good statement of belonging to a city by people that, Russian people are very critical, very well educated, but most of them stay in Beersheba and they feel belong to the city. And this is what a lot of the Bedouin space around Beersheba looks like. Informal, shanty towns, a lot of them considered illegal. There's a lot of house demolitions. For example, here, this is about 10 kilometers from Beersheba, a whole community called Washle is living here. Because they're unrecognized, there's no signs. So they put this sign here. This is the commercial property. But in the commercial property, you can go and shop, but also it says the name of the town. So it's informal way of And these are the Bedouin towns that the state, they're quite well serviced. The state wants the Bedouin to concentrate in them, and they refuse. Those that move here have all the facilities. Water, roads, public transport, schools. But many of the Bedouins prefer not to come here because then they lose their land if they go to the city. So under that kind of condition, look at what Hassan Abu Quider, one of the activists, he says. They cannot swallow us, but cannot vomit either. They need our labor, but want our land. They want us to modernize, but not integrate. They want us to live like a shadow. This is like the shadow. This is, I think, quite a well-articulated way on how the Bedouins feel vis-a-vis the plan. So, to conclude, societies urbanize, state deregulates, this is the context now. Urban and regional policies become of greater importance. Hence the just city, that must be a central aim of planning, is particularly important, and we suggest social impact assessment as something that should accompany every plan. We conclude from doing it in Beersheba and now in Tel Aviv for 2 years that it is possible. And it's necessary, it's partial, of course, it's not creating immediately a just city, but it's moving the planning in a more just city, in equalization, class and built environment, in recognition of minorities and groups, and in democracy. And we think planning theory should engage with this much more, devise or translate theories of justice into urban space and into urban policies, engage with the results of it, theorize it, test it, and maybe I'll conclude with the inspiration of great Italian philosophers, Antonio Gramsci, that he said in our struggle we must keep combining the pessimism of the critical mind with the optimism of the dreaming heart. So this is, I think, what we do in thinking about the just city. Thank you.
You know that quote has been used for years, but by a very bad Italian politician. So it's much to the general public. That sentence does not belong to Gramsci.